Hi, and welcome to video 1.4, Key to Performance, Calculating Your KPIs. In this video, we will look at Power BI's KPI visuals and how to generate values for them. Key performance indicators, or KPIs, are typically high-level metrics that define how a business is doing. Making KPIs readily available is the raison d'etre of dashboards. For tactical and strategic dashboards, they typically answer the question, where are we now? For operational dashboards, they might answer the question, what needs my attention now? In this video, we'll explore Power BI's built-in visuals that are useful for displaying key metrics such as totals, distance to a goal, or year-to-date performance. And we'll take a deep dive into computing key metrics right within Power BI Desktop. For this exercise, we'll open up mock pharmacy data, start Power BI, and open drugs data from the code files PBIX folder. Power BI has three built-in visuals that are great for displaying your high-level KPIs. The card visual takes a single value and displays its aggregation, by default the sum. Let's drag in drugs price. This is the total price of all the drugs in the database. The multi-row card visual lets you manually construct a scorecard. We could show the total price as well as the total orders. You can build this up to be arbitrarily complex by dragging in more fields. Finally, the KPI visual tracks a metric against a goal over time. For example, order count by invoice date against a sales target. You probably want to summarize the date axis a bit. This particular result, order count summarized by year over a couple years of data, doesn't make that much sense. A more useful metric would be year-to-date sales in dollars. Over to the data page. Let's build a metric. This feature is only in desktop, which is why we started here. First, we'll need a sales target in dollars. Choose the drugs table. For this one, we'll need a calculated column on this table. From calculations, choose new column. We're going to write a DAX expression. You might be familiar with these from SSAS or Power Pivot. They're not far from Excel formulas. Sales target equals drugs price, tab, times drugs target. Tab, enter, and boom, there it is. Currency formatted and everything. Well, how about that? Our first DAX expression of the course. Next, we'll create a calculated measure for year-to-date sales. As it stands, our data contains the ID of each drug ordered as well as the count ordered. The total sale price is implied by linking to the drugs table, which has the price. To build our metric, we're going to need the price, discount, and order count in one table. Click Edit Queries. On the far right, drop down Merge Queries and choose Merge Queries as New. This will generate a new table for us. We'll start from drug orders and merge drugs by drug ID. Click on both drug ID columns to link them. Click OK. Now we have a column with a subtable for each row. We really just want the price though. Click the Split Out button. Click Aggregate. Click Sum of Price. And OK. So now we have the sales dollars associated with that order. Let's name our new table drug sales over in query settings. We'll also need to multiply the price out by order count and subtract the discount. I find this easier to do back in the data pane, so let's close and apply. Or you can choose File, Close and Apply our query. Wait for it. Click Drug Sales. Again, new column. In this case, sales equals drug sales with the new sum of price metric we created minus the discount from the same table, all multiplied by the order count. That's it. Now we can define our measure. Click the drugs table to choose where the measure is stored. To create a year-to-date sales total, in the Home ribbon and Calculations, choose New Quick Measure. We'll look under Calculations for Time Intelligence and Year-to-Date Total. Our base value will be the sales column we created just now. And our date is in invoice. Click OK, and Power BI will create the measure for you. It actually writes a DAX expression, which you can of course customize. You could also write a calculated metric from scratch, but the quick measures make for great starting points. You'll see sales year to date here in drugs with the calculator icon indicating it's a calculated measure. Sweet. Okay, back to reports. Drop a new KPI and drag our new sales year to date field over to indicator to make it a year to date KPI. Set invoice date as our trend axis and our new sales target as our target goal. Now Power BI complains it can't render the visual. It needs a date hierarchy for this. So under invoice date, choose date hierarchy. The visual renders, looking good. So now you've seen the basics of creating and rendering KPIs in Power BI. As you can see, there's plenty of room for customization, especially with calculated measures. It doesn't look like we created much this lesson, but save this dashboard somewhere so that we can come back to it in the next section. We open the data sample, so choose File Save As to save it as a copy. Name the file and click Save. In the next video, we'll add tooltips and a legend to the report from the previous video.